Hey guys, how are you? I am a Diamond Ambassador, Melissa Shaver, and I am so thrilled to be with you today. How was Christmas? Was it just everything that you had hoped for? It's such a magical, beautiful time of the year, isn't it? I wanted to share a little bit about vision with you. That's what we're talking about this week. And I want to start with this little story. When I was a little girl, I loved to dream. And that's what I mean by it's a magical time of year right now. If you have kiddos around the house, you fully understand that. But I had imaginary friends and I dreamed of imaginary places. And my father was a pilot. I started flying with him when I was only 6 months old, and I never came out of the clouds, I don't think. And it was this time, Christmas, that I was flying through the night with my daddy and my family, and my brother woke me up. And I promise that I saw Santa. And more exciting than that was Rudolph in his big red nose. It was so bright. I was the biggest believer in Santa. And when that happened, I mean, there was no way nobody could tell me that Santa was not real until several years later, with lots of giggles that were being accompanied in this serious conversation that my parents were having with me, when I was told that it wasn't Rudolph that I saw that night in the dark of the night with that really big, bright red nose, but it was actually another airplane's red lights as we began to descend and approach our destination. And I was crushed. But I want to talk to you a little bit about that. All of us that are those dreamers, I want to talk to you about the difference between dreams and visions. And some may think that they're a little bit of the same, but like my Rudolph dream, there was zero substance to that reality. It was never going to become a reality of that little red nose being real. And I believe that vision, much like those dreams, it does start mentally. I'm a big visual person, so my vision often comes through the mental visual pictures first and foremost. But this is what I want you to hear, is that your vision has to become pen to paper, if you will. It has to become a concept that has legs, that has substance to it, if you will. And that incorporates in it your purpose, your core values, your giftedness. It's all wrapped together in a beautiful, beautiful package. Simon Sinek, many of you follow him, listen to him, you've read his books. He said that vision is a just cause, meaning that the worth of that vision is so dense that you'll sacrifice for it, meaning that your time of sacrificing your time or saying no to other opportunities or giving up things so that you can do the work behind that just cause, that it has to have that substance to it. And you've probably heard the greatness of Stephen Covey and his book, The 7 Habits of Successful People. He speaks of vision. And whenever he speaks of it, he speaks of having the end in mind and knowing where you're going, what it looks like, what it feels like, how it's going to benefit and impact other people, and then working backwards from that. That vision, you work backwards every single day, has purpose and has intention towards that vision. You know, Michael Hyatt, Andy Stanley, all these great people that speak of vision, and they talk about that it is a destination, a place that you are going, and that if you don't have vision, that you're going to end up in a destination that was not yours in the first place, and you're not going to be fulfilled in that place. So it truly is, vision truly is very foundational to everything that you do in life. So I want you to work through this exercise with me. I love to do interactive work. And so do this with me right now. And you have probably heard this before, but if you have all the money, all the time, and all the resources, it's all at your disposal, what would you be doing? Who would you be inspiring? Who would you be impacting? What would you be building, creating, developing? How would you be using your gifts and your skills and your experiences for the better good? And whenever I think about that, I think about like what lights me up? What lights you up whenever you're thinking about that? That's that purpose driven focus. It's finding your purpose within that vision, but that purpose, it's interweaved and wrapped into the vision. It's often where it is found, right? Whenever you have that vision, you find purpose within that. And I promise you, you're going to be equipped along the way. A lot of times the vision is so big and we're like, there's just no way. That's a good vision. Amen. Because you can't depend on yourself. I, number one, believe that it's something that you have to fully depend on God for. But you also have to have a trust and a belief that He is fully going to equip you. He's already given you your personality and your giftedness and your talents and all of your experiences that come with you. That is all wrapped up in that purpose that is going after that vision. So vision is often way bigger than you, right? And it can scare the crazy out of you. But this is where I feel that many may fall short in your business and in having a vision for your work. And vision is across the board. It's your work, your personal, your relationships, your finances, your spiritual. Vision isn't one dimensional. It's a very clear mental picture of what could be, but it's fueled by this conviction of what should be. I remember years ago, I was working with a life coach and we were talking through what I believe without a doubt is my purpose. And my coach said, do you believe that whoever walks through or works through this with you, sees this vision and runs after it with you, do you believe that their life will be better for it? Do you really believe that it will be life-changing and transforming for them? Absolutely. It's what could be, but more than that, the conviction of what it should be. It is bettering the good of life for others. It benefits others. It impacts them. So I think of it as a place where purpose and joy collide. Whenever you have that vision and you're going after it, you have purpose, but you have joy. You are fulfilled. Like you wake up every day with intention, purpose, joy, because you are using your skills and your giftedness to go after it and to bring other people along. So let's pull all this together just real quick. Grab that journal and I want you to write down your life 5 years from now. What does it look like? How do you feel? I want you to put every emotion in it. Who's with you? Who's coming along with you? Who's sitting with you in that field or in that location? Is there laughter? Is there impact happening? Are people's lives being benefited? How are your days filled up 5 years from now? Do you have peace in your heart? Do you have fulfillment? Are you being sustained with this joy and this vibrance and this purpose? I want you to write it out literally as if it's right now. It is 5 years from now, but it is in present tense. So I really want you to write that out. So now I want you to go back and answer the question that I asked you earlier. If you had all the time, all the resources, and all the money, and you could do anything, what would it be? What would it be? How would you be impacting, inspiring, and what would you be building or creating, and how would lives be changed because of it? Next, okay, I want you to do an inventory of your giftedness, your skills, your experiences. Think about what I talked about earlier, what lights you up. I want you just to spend some time and just write it all out. You're creating your vision statement. You're visualizing and feeling every emotion of your future. And it's intertwined with your purpose, and it brings the sweetest joy. So as you go through the rest of this week, you are gearing up for 2023. I'm so proud of you. We have learned so much in this series, haven't we? It has been a full month. But I hope that just this little bit that I have shared with you has really kind of lit you up, gotten you excited. I hope that you'll sit down with a cup of hot tea, hot cocoa, coffee, whatever is your favorite, and give yourself 30 to an hour of spending some time of really getting into what your vision is and how it's intertwined with your purpose and what brings you joy. You guys have a fantastic rest of this week.